NERDSoul.
Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, another wonderful episode of That's Right Animation. We got the crew up in here. I'm gonna throw it to the dubious one, Mark Dub. What's up?
What is going on? It is marked up. Part man, half amazing, spicy like the Creole on occasion. What's good, people?
Oh snap! That's what I'm talking about. And
Happy Newish year.
oh yeah, it's newish year too. We yo, you can Happy New Year for the whole month. You know what I'm saying? After the month, it ain't new no more. But Happy New Year, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who's listening, Happy New Year to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all chilling. And we also have the distributor of the year of comics and more. I give to you the one and only. That's right, Koopa.
Well, let's not say comics anymore, because somebody might confuse me for another store. And I want to stand on business like Cat Williams to start
I'm
off
saying you're
2024.
distributing comics and more. I'm not saying that you are comics and more.
No, I'm just saying people are stupid. But
But I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I know.
I'm not here to babysit stupid.
Anyway, shout out to people. Check us out, of course. This will be listened to and heard on www.blerd-ish.com. This is probably our first podcast. Now, whether if it's the first one you hear, me and Mark still got some 2023, 2024 stuff coming up. We took a break. We took 2 weeks off. We didn't do the whole right away thing because we indie. We do what we want to do when we want to do it.
You know, when you indie, you know, you do it how you want. I mean, unlike Dave the Diver, you know what I'm saying? You're like,
bruh, people still giving that dude indie look. Like, I'm like, you know what? Between joke stealing and stealing the steez of other things, I ain't doing it no more. Not 2024. What you are is what you are. Call it out. But anyway.
oh boy. So let's see. What can we get into? You know what? All right.
Let's start Zom, man.
Let's go into the. It was Christmas time. You know, the last time we spoke, it was a little bit before Christmas, and we got a gift on Christmas morning, and that was the finale of Zom. Zom dropped the last 3 episodes. That's right. They said, "Look, Merry Christmas, y'all, because y'all ain't gonna get no more." Well, I mean, I don't know. We might not. It ain't looking good, but the bottom line is we got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna throw it on over to hold up. Dub, did you see the finale of
I did. I did.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna throw it to Dub. Dub, how you feeling? How you feeling about that finale, man? How you feel how it all came together?
It was Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chitlins and collard greens.
That's right, man.
It was a great ending, man. Oh, that first season. I watched it with Coop. I teared up at a point. I was like, Coop, am I supposed to be?
Are you supposed to be sad?
And then it went from painful to funny, and I was like, man, this is excellent. It transitioned. That joint is great, man. I thought they did such a marvelous job with Zom, man. Just overall, the animation, the storytelling. Like they really made you care about the characters.
Man,
it really shows,
especially with the father and son stuff.
You can, oh yeah, bro. That stuff it hit home, bro. It really did. And I was like, dang, this is so heavy. This is so heavy. And then when they say what his ailment was, oh, bro, I laughed so hard. If y'all haven't checked Zom,
his ailment was kind of funny, but I mean that's real though.
It is, but at the same time it was like, yo, this is bananas, man.
Man, them hemorrhoids will get you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, the joint things will get you. But how about you, Coop? How you feel about the finale? You know, before we get deep into it, how you watched it? Were you feeling the emotion?
Oh, did I feel emotion all the time with the show? I sadly have to agree with you that you said the word finale. I wish it ain't true. We don't. The thing is, y'all, it's indefinite. We don't know. I don't think Bug Films know, the adaptator or the adaptation company, animation company of this. because I think they kind of stressed, like a lot of people in the animation, especially in Japan. All animators are stressed right now, from special effects, from the big boys to animators' hands are cramped up. So we had all these bad production things. Was it worth the wait? Absolutely. Do I still wish that it would have came out in October when the high was high? Like, the high story wise is me. This is a story that I love it so much. I want it to go mainstream. You know how some weirdos be like, "Oh, I used to like it before you know it. I don't want you to know." No, I want y'all to watch Zom because I want more of it. That's how good it is. I want more clicks on the Netflix. Watch it in Japan. Whoever's listening around the world, whatever number that would count, click on Zom. Watch it. Story was beautiful. It was very touching. From not just the father and son stuff, from the whole town. And the last time we talked about Zom, and I know sometimes I jump ahead and I read. I'm going to keep reading it, y'all. So I implore you to even read it if you can, because it's just beautiful. The tree, man, I love when they made doing something good matters. They saved the tree builder, and the tree builder saved them. Man, that is something. It is so poetic. It is so beautiful. It's so heartwarming. And they saved the tree builder, and then you had that. We was ha 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 still joking, but you're talking about people dealing with a crisis who have to smile through. Like, the man lost his son, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm willing to share this knowledge and wisdom with you and Kensho and the ladies or whatever, and come check on me whenever you want to come back, anytime. Thank you." And when he came, like, I knew it was coming, but to still see this story, this arc animated, and it was a perfect 3-episode arc to kind of end like a movie. Shout out to the anti-Kira. He made me hate him. I hated his whole little crew. I loved how, and honestly, even if we was going to still have another season coming away, this was still going to be like the season finale, because it made everybody shined. From all 4 of the clique,
they even gave the hater crew their little backstory, but it was perfect how they even gave them a little backstory so we could see where they was coming from. I mean, this could have all been avoided if somebody just opened their mouths, or just stop thinking that people is stop hating people just for being happy. Because essentially the anti-Akira hated Akira because he was happy.
I love that the whole anti-crew, they're really the antithesis, or the villains, the bizarre versions of the other ones. I still can't quite get the draw of, say, B and the crazy stuffed shirt lady. I guess other than the fact that they both were swordsmen, but even though she was the better swordsman, but B was kind of just like, you ain't enjoying, basically I guess kind of like, you ain't enjoying life, and you can't perceive another possibility because you think it's your way.
Also, B's whole outfit is flames. I'll give it to her. Her whole outfit is flames. I've always loved the old school samurai look. So I mean, it's dope. And she came through on her. She had a little part, but she shined. She shined with hers.
Yeah, and I guess if anything, B, the only thing I could draw immediately is that B is more fluid. What other lady is more rigid, and sometimes you got to know when to be fluid to go with the water,
and the nature of water, man.
Nature of water, and knowing to change gears and how to do these things. Because for one, B is a foreigner in this country, so she had to learn to flow to fit in. I don't know if that's any one. I want to read up and learn about this, what they thought about this. So that's what I took away from it. And B is kind of easygoing, whatever, and this other lady's just like, oh! Just it's her way or the highway. But I love Kensho got with the dude who has no game and who wife hated him. He was like, and Kensho is dropping game. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go deep into it, but I'll acquiesce a little bit. But I just love the different parts of it. And when my as we say, best girl, Shizuka. I mean, I'm sorry she had to go through that with old boy, but they were polar opposites. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who planned to somebody who didn't pay attention to no details at all.
Yo, and why was his lips so slickety, man? I was like, dry those things off. What is wrong with you? I was like, get those lips away from me.
Now I will say this.
It was just nasty and drippy and stuff. I was like, yeah.
May I throw in a little something from the manga that happened with him?
All right, what's up?
He actually survives. They didn't show this, which is kind of cool. They didn't have time to worry about him. He's the only remainder of that team that survived. And he was rogue, but he actually admitted I know I don't really care if he died or not, but the villagers forgave him, and they was like, we're gonna teach you how to be, worthwhile. But he did get on his hands and knees and did the whole bow thing, and he's like, I am worthless, blah blah blah.
Yeah, when your plan didn't work out, nah, bro, you gotta go.
I mean, I would have kicked
plan didn't work out. You ain't feel sorry at all, nah, bro. Nope.
You know how they are.
I'm treating these dudes like Cat Williams, boy.
Oh man, everybody get clapped up. But I mean, Anti-Akira fell on his own sword, so rightfully so.
Yo, the trick. All right, I want to ask you and Mark Dub. Did you see that whole trick coming that he pulled with the makeup and stuff? Because the funny thing is, they kind of dropped the whole foreshadowing of the makeup, but it was just like, oh, whatever, no big deal. And then when he went in, I was like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he had to kill him, right? But when he came out, I was like, what they doing? I was like, oh snap, the makeup.
I'll say this:
was smart.
We all know that the story doesn't end there. I mean, I guess, of course, reading, we know his story don't end there, but we always joke like, well, nothing is gonna happen to the team because they got a lot to do. Only economy destroyed the team. But I didn't see how it was gonna happen. But like you said, they dropped the foreshadowing. They kind of did that anime jump cut, because it's like they just happened to have all that conveniently there. But I guess they were in the building.
That was the quickest makeup in the world.
They hooked that up pretty fast. But I guess
they were makeup artists, like all expert makeup artists who just collaborated and whipped that together so quickly. With the speed of
girl in Hollywood, the way she working.
I mean, hey man, in Tokyo, they don't have, you got to work like Tyler Perry fast, so they probably used to it. Like, if you don't do it, you fired.
Work ethic.
So I'm just saying, so they probably do have to be crazy fast and good to get something across. But just didn't know that how they killed the zombies. I'm like, okay, they opened the door. And I'm just like, okay, how this go down? But I will say this before that what's so touching about this show, and I don't know, I don't want to, I want Mark's opinion on it because we both saw this. First of all, we say best girl, best boy, one of the best dads. Akira's dad, man.
Yeah.
When he said, "Look, don't you dare make me have to see my child die and my wife die. I will never forgive you." Like, thank you, Dad. Like, that is something that us look, we're all 40 plus, some a little bit older than others. Y'all figure out who's the oldest. But we all have sons. We all have kids. We all have sons. Our mothers are still living. So this hits home. This is a very special thing. That is something that my dad, who was a sharecropper, absolutely would say. Like, but my dad,
I loved it, but I felt like I missed a moment, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
If they could have fought back to back, man, that would have took me over the edge, man. I would have been like, oh my God, they're working together, man. Because for a second I was like, oh snap, they're gonna fight back to back, and they didn't. I was like, oh well, I mean, it's still good, it's still touching.
I'm happy.
A part of me wanted them to fight back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's me and you, son. And I was, man, I would have been. It would have made me choke up a little bit.
I'm more happy with this because I feel like it was a bigger emotional draw. Because he threw Akira in that house and he still kills him. He still kills some zombies. He just got messed over by a boy and he was, tired because of the hemorrhoids. Since we already discussed that, he was,
hemorrhoids, boy.
So he was bent over. Now that we know what the problem was.
I mean, we knew that it was hemorrhoids. I understand why he was having such a hard time fighting undead.
But we thought that it was gonna be like cancer or something,
Yeah, I'm
or
thinking it's something
because he's coughing up
terminal. I'm like,
blood.
bruh, just go to the doctor. Like this,
But there's no
hemorrhoids is
doctor
not
though.
an issue.
Hemorrhoid
No,
Yeah,
is
but
an
hey,
before
you
this
can go
went
to the
down, he could have went to the
drugstore and
doctor.
get a box of Tux.
All right, you're right though. They probably could have like, Dad, let me go on a run and find some hemorrhoids and come back to this village. They really got to get that man some hemorrhoids. He was being stubborn on them hemorrhoids.
They got hemorrhoid cream. They got Tux pads.
Yeah, it's like,
all
what are
kind
you
of
doing?
stuff.
Like, come on, Dad, you ain't gotta live in this pain. Like,
Where old men not going to
I'ma just go through the pain.
No, y'all. Hey, quick PSA announcement. And as a man, if you're 40, whatever, if you're in your late 20s, 30s, or whatever, brothers, men, whoever, fellas, go to the doctor. You know, go get checked.
Find you a good doctor. I'm gonna keep it for real, brothers. Look, see if y'all can find y'all a black doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Got one.
And then do what he says or what she says. If they say, "Hey man, stop doing this or stop doing that or start doing this,"
And
do
look,
that.
raise his hand. I am guilty. Got to work on it. But you got to at least go. You definitely got to know where
I have two parents that there's a whole bunch of complaining, and then when I be like, well, what did the doctor say? And they said the doctor said go right, and I'm like, okay, are you going right? And they be like, no. I'd be like, why not? You ain't got no like what it, but and then you're gonna sit here and complain about hurting. I'm like, man, look, I can't. Look,
you ain't gonna hear
y'all
ain't gonna hear this part on no other anime review because we are probably closer to Akira's dad's age, probably. Let's say 10 years younger. Let's say he's 50, 55. Let's just cap him at 55 for our Western sensibilities. You know, in Japan, he'll be like prime 40. They'd be like, he old man.
They'd be like, he's 28. Be like, what?
Like old boy who got killed trying to mess with Kencho. He was like, I'm 25. I'm like, huh?
Like, what? Bro, you straight about 38. What are you talking about?
Japan,
they be playing around with them ages.
But he was a scrub anyway. I was like, bruh, like you ain't like your old lady, bruh. Just like you ain't. Kencho called him out right. Like, man, you ain't do nothing. You ain't give her no flowers. You ain't.
Bro, you a scrub.
Like you a scrub. Like how did you even pull her? Even if whatever she looked like, how did she want you? Your son looking at you crazy like that should be your wake up call. You're a terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that was an emotional draw for me, and because you didn't really know, even read it, I was like, oh no, is his dad? His dad? He's like, I don't have no much time, regardless of what, because you know in anime, you just get a prick on the arm and your head explode, and they be like, I'm dead, I'm gonna die.
And
So I mean,
fact, when Kencho was talking to that dude, the only thing I could think of is the great prophet Dave Hollister that said, hey man, take care of home. Take care of home, man. Don't let her get away. If you really care enough, love her every day, over and over. Take care of home, man.
Oh, you singing the sweet one.
Yo,
I was thinking, long are the days.
Oh yeah,
when I ran the
One Woman Man,
trying to get laid.
I'ma just say this, or if your lady is, if your relationship is is not salvageable, burn it. Get rid of it, bruh. Just work on being a better person for yourself instead of just like, I don't know, he was drinking.
Yeah,
you bad at your job. Nobody don't like you. Wouldn't he like being creepy at the job? Like, I don't know. He was
dude was
terrible, man.
I will say one of the biggest lessons that stood out though is on the real. Sometimes you'll be sitting around like, man, why don't people like me? Why don't people like me? Don't worry about that. Because here you see anti-Akira didn't like him just because Akira was happy. People will be angry with you just because you're in a good place.
Don't want to see you win because they losing.
Yeah, it's like you have not done anything to them. You're just happy. Just in a general state of happiness where you're cool, and that's why they don't like you. So don't try to figure out why people don't like you. Just let it go.
Akira asked that man, hey, do you want to eat with us? You know, and first of all, man, I'm just going to jump to it. Me and Mark was almost damn near tearing up. First of all, I'm going to say this. I know that this is anime. We would like to see more action, this and that. But whatever, first of all, shout out to the creator of this anime and the story and all that of this IP. Akira is a better man than me, and this is why. Y'all, it takes serious strength to be forgiving in any situation. In a high stress situation where lives are on the line, Akira chose to forgive that man right then and there.
Yo.
And that is big. I said that
even
about
as he was changing, he was forgiving him and giving him his his I guess forgiveness on his deathbed, sort of.
I said that in Black Panther, and people will say stuff like, "Oh man, T'Challa was weak." Well, I said, "No, T'Challa's strong, bro." I said, "Y'all don't understand. It's so easy." And I learned this story from my dad. Maybe it's in the eye of the beholder. There's so many people, like the easy thing, the weak thing. You see what old boy who Kencho was fighting? Think of the opposite of him, and that's Akira. He was acting up, "Oh, my life is going this and that." Akira said, "You know what? You hate me, but man, I am not gonna hate you. If I become a zombie, man, let's go to the pool together. I don't know. It just hang out." And not to get religious, but if you, whatever you subscribe to, if there is anything, if there's a way that he could have got forgiveness right there, I hope that was it. Even though he deserved the absolute worst pain and suffering, because if it was me, I probably would have killed him, especially while he was turning, because he deserved it. Because you're a filthy, bug-eyed, about to be zombie. I got you, Playboy. Your head getting snapped. You play with my family, my town, my mom, my dad, and I got a knife.
Like,
Kira's a
he
better
tried
man
to kill his mom and dad. Like, tried to kill his dad in front of him. Like, tried to kill him in front of his dad and make his dad suffer the pain of seeing him be a zombie. Like,
and thought that was funny. And then, how low down do you have to be when one of the last civilizations in Japan that was already forgot about, the high-minded society or the cities, self-sustained because they had to. They were already forgotten about by the government, by other people. I think a lot of us can relate to this. And took care of themselves. And you wanted to destroy it? Man, there's so many levels of FU I could give to the anti-Akira. Like,
but I will say this, and talking about the pool, because you brought up religion. Talking about the pool made me think of this. Like the old hymnal says, "Take me to the water to be baptized." You know what I'm saying? He had to give his life to Christ. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's all he had to do, is just give it.
I mean, most of them are Buddhists though, so I don't know, bro.
I know. I'm just saying. There ain't no Buddhist songs about going to the water. All right. I mean, maybe there is. Y'all can let me know. I don't know. I don't think there is, but I mean, y'all can let me know.
Look here, I just said religious. Whatever y'all subscribe to, I know what I subscribe to. But hey, whatever makes you a better person that don't interfere with me, knock yourself out.
You know what I'm saying? And
like Akira says,
knock yourself out. Dun, dun.
But anyway. Oh wow. Yeah.
I got him all day, y'all.
Real religious.
Mike, me and you got the same brain, bro.
Look, we gonna stop Harlem shaking. Take that.
Man, that's what you do when you turn into a zombie, boy.
Don't take that. But
that's Jada Kiss.
Sorry.
Shout out to kids.
That Harlem Shake era, bro. It just has going crazy.
I will say in the finale, because I know we just talking about how beautiful it was, but old man Hiko, he was like Steph Curry with the shot, man.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
He was like Steph Curry with the shot.
I probably would have killed old boy if I was old man, but they was nice people. That's why I said the village that raised Akira. Of course, these are the people that raised Akira. They was like, we can kill you, but we want you to learn your lesson. But you ain't about to be messing with our doctor. And shout out to best girl, or one of the best girls, Shizuka, if I'm saying her name right. My favorite for various reasons, and I love her intelligence. First of all, I just love that she got to kind of redeem her life and her purpose. Because, and this is why, remember Mike, I love you. Sometimes you be hard on characters, and I know you don't want me to spoil, but I'll be like, just wait, bro. Just wait. It's coming.
She came through.
Thank you. She had to go through the same like arc like Akira and wash all that hatred and stuff that her dad imposed upon her when she wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah, what
And
her
she
dad
still
did to the dog, man, that was foul, bruh.
thank you. Like that girl
Oh my goodness, man!
could have been a way
Like
worse person.
I wanted to hit her dad on the toe with a hammer
Like
when he
all
did
she
that.
wanted to do was really help people. And what's so crazy with her dad, like he's already rich. If your daughter want to be a doctor, let her be a doctor. She still gonna
Yeah,
make
I mean,
money
it
and she rich.
was already super paid.
But he's like, nope, you gonna tear my legacy.
Yeah,
on,
but
bro.
you know, like culturally, like that's the thing. You know, they picking what you gonna do.
Yeah, but I get it. It's just still trash. It's just like,
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
you already succeeded, so your daughter can go be a doctor and want to do these things. And I know maybe that's a Western mindset. Even though in the West they still got people like, nah, you ain't gonna be a doctor. You're gonna run this mega million corporation. That may not be their gift. Even though she had the gift to do it all.
Yeah, because
You know,
you might
she
run that
was,
joint into the ground.
you know, and there's plenty of doctors. Look, in finance, some of the doctors have the most worst credit scores or this or that. Because you know why? Because some doctors have no business running their own practice. They need to work for a practice. They can't do real estate. They can't do bank financing. Or they do it and then they be like, it's just an endless thing and the patient's gonna run in. You still a business. That don't mean patients gonna come in. That don't mean contracts are gonna happen. You got to go do all that without going deep into it. But I'm saying Shizuka can probably do anything, but her heart wasn't that. She was not living until she got to do this. And she realized like, wow, I could have been a doctor. And when she wrote my dream is to become a doctor. And it's like, yes, promise fulfilled. Kencho.
And now they're all writing in the book together. Come on, man. It's beautiful.
That's why I said, Mike, I know you don't read manga, but if you read any manga, bro, I want you to read this one. If you ever pick it up, if you're just bored, let this be the one you read, bro. The feel good moments, the excitement, it don't let up. The story only gets better from here. I promise you. We may never.
In the anime, it seemed the way they ended it was kind of like, and the trip continues on.
Yeah, because the trip continues on, but it's kind of like that good solid season ending. 12 episodes.
Possible series ending.
Well, yeah.
Like the way they ended it was like it could be the end of this season or the end forever.
If this is the ending that was supposed to be just a series ending, because they always do like the music video thing, most modern anime, because with the openings and the closers, they do a solid book stamp always that shows some things that you got to catch through the music to end it. Because if you notice
we know a little bit more about the production issues on this, where I'm like, yeah, it might be
this probably on indefinite hiatus, especially depending on the money it made and if the viewership and some things that I wanted to throw out why it was so good. The couple actually escaped. You saw them, and I knew that from the book, but they actually did. They showed them briefly. The couple from the apartment, they lived.
Oh snap!
They got
the one that was asking for the 2-ply.
Akira inspired them. They got it. And in the manga, they actually show a conversation before they go fight some zombies. Because he's an airplane, you learn more about him. He's a pilot. So that's why I say you might want to read it, because it's important that they survived. Even though they eventually kind of meet a person who, like a robot that can fly. But he's a pilot. They survived. Think about that for a second. And Akira inspired them, just like they inspired the treehouse person. Now I haven't seen them other than like a little thing, but they were saying like, let's do this, let's fly around the world. So they was like going to get a plane. Who's to say what can happen with that couple and how this starts growing? The team even grows. I'm a small spoiler because we ain't gonna have this for a while. They actually
this show might not ever come back, so who knows?
The next arc, like after they start, they kind of go through let's party for a while phase, which I love. They go to go to beer taverns, go do stuff, eat all the best sushi in the world. Well, actually they did that before, but they start doing all type of crazy stuff, and then they realize they need to get back on purpose. But they even open up their own bar in like one of the big cities of Japan, and they meet one of their other college friends who winds up
Dang.
joining who winds up joining with them. So their party expands kind of like an RPG. So
Dang.
I'm going to read all this, y'all. If y'all want me to continue talking about Zom, the story ain't gonna end for me. I'm gonna animate it with my mind's eye. Now that I know how the animation works, I can hear Akira always in my head. I can hear these voices in my head. So that's unfortunately
no doubt.
how it works in anime. You get that one anime, and sometimes it becomes a 10-year hiatus, and I'm so sad.
Now, Coop, let's not pretend like it took Zom 100 for you to start hearing voices in your head.
Well, I say it's their voices.
So, all right, now, do you wanna head over to stuff that you're looking forward to watching, or you want to talk about that Pluto?
Let's do Pluto. I haven't got my list all the way together. I'm going to save the list of what I'm starting and going to watch probably next time.
All right, cool. Then we can rock out with Pluto and then bounce. All right, cool. Word up. Well, all right, look. There's a man out there. There's a man out there that he ain't too happy. He's filled with hatred. All right. And he said, I'm gonna make the whole world feel it. All right. Now we've had 8 episodes. We talk about the finale of Pluto. We've had 8 episodes, or I guess up to this point, say 7. 7 episodes of craziness.
Now,
I know we don't know who it is. Oh, go ahead.
I was just say I know you've been reviewing it week by week. I guess I was just going. Well, you go ahead. I'll do my thing after you finish.
Well, all I'm saying is like, look, man, it's been crazy. They've been killing people. They've been hiding. We don't know who's in charge. What's going on? We got Abula. We got Goji. We got all these other people. We got Pluto himself. We got Gazette. We got, man, look, and nothing more crazy than the world panic of a straight up destruction, extinction level event. But you know what? Oh, that's right. Adam ain't gonna let that happen, boy. Adam gonna look with the strength of a child, or I guess the strength of a super duper robot child. But still, he made sure that we can still live today. And I would like to say thank you, Adam. Thank you from my heart, man. Because you ain't had to do that. Thank you, sir. You are the man, or you are the kid robot man. But yeah, anyway, cool.
Oh, wow. I just want, speaking of who's the man, first of all, bruh, sometimes there's those shows that you are thankful that you watched it. Like literally saying like, you know what, standing ovation. Like, first of all, y'all, since we're kind of wrapping up fall/summer, thanks to Zom getting delayed, but we kind of wrap. Pretty much everything has wrapped for fall, and we always so. we joked about fall. Yeah, winter's starting firmly tomorrow. Tomorrow, like we're in the winter anime session. Why I got to get this list together because I got like 4 things in returning. Shout out to Undead. They doing both of their cores back together, so might be a hit. But basically, Netflix, we really had a fire fall season thanks to Netflix.
Yeah.
And we talked about it. I just learning more about Pluto. I didn't know that it was based on a manga that already existed. Like I knew it was in the Astro Boy world, but they actually did do for the book what they're adapting, and it had all type of people on it and different things that it wasn't just the creator of Astro Boy and the company. They kind of lent it to I guess another company to make it happen. And the dude who basically is the creator of Pluto, like his work, his art is so damn good. Like shout out to Mother's Basement. He gave his review on it. Oh my god, he feel the same way I do. Like standing though, if y'all can hear me clapping from the rooftop. That's how good. Like this is something that Studio Ghibli would have died to be able to have made. You know what I'm saying? If for all the people who need the pomp and circumstance, if you like pomp and circumstance, then take your pompous butt and watch Pluto. Absorb it.
Pluto is
Love
Pluto
it.
is flames.
Who would have ever thought? Like Astro Boy is beloved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't know that they said they really did a ground reworking up to make a mature story of like the greatest. I guess it's an art like called the greatest robot ever there was, or something, or a part of it, or kind of went with that, and then to flip it into a weekly. If you read it, watched it weekly, you know, shout out to you. Jeff even says he's like, it's so good, it's something you want to savor week by week. Shout out to y'all. I kind of went, I couldn't do it week by week because it was too good. I couldn't do it every day though. It was so heavy. But you know, it
wasn't easy to do it week to week, but I did it. I made it work. I did it week to week, but it wasn't easy. I'll be honest, it wasn't easy.
It's no wrong way to watch it. You can watch it like a serial. You can look at it as 8 different mini movies that tie together. Because even though it was episode 1 or 2 with the old man, I call him White Stick Meter, the pianist, that was like his arc was just like, I'm like, where's this going? But I'm digging it. I was like, I kind of want to know why he's so evil. I was like, oh, it's like, bro, that dude did all this, bought the house. That man said, I bought the house that bastard that was in my life, didn't want to be in my life. I bought his house. I was like, dang, son, you are motivated. And then he found out he might have been wrong the whole time. Or he found out that his mom did love him. And it's just like, bro, am I about to start tearing up, right? Is North 21, 22 got me about to cry?
They made sure that you got emotionally invested before Pluto came through and ripped that from you. And you had, all right, so we got to see Hercules, who was like this guy that he was mad abrasive, and at first you're like, man, I'm not really feeling this guy like that. You know what I'm saying? He kind of getting on my nerves. I mean, he think he hard and this and the third, and then you kind of soften up on him, and you're like, oh, dang, man, he gonna die. He gonna sacrifice himself to get a piece of Pluto. Now, I mean, he did. He actually came through and got like a little piece. So it's like, all right, he didn't just go away and just take a full L. But I mean, even a character like that, it kind of hurt.
This is why I love Hercules. Hercules, first of all, it's just shocking that he's even a robot, because he's like that. He's that gruff old man, but he's like, look, I'm gonna take some of you with me, and he's like, it is my honor to go and die to try to kill you, because you took the only man I probably respect like that. You took my homeboy out. I gotta do what he did. And you know what? Hercules like, nah. Bruno went and sacrificed his life. That's the battle like he was fighting against Bruno and who could take more from Pluto. Now he ain't take much because Pluto's a beast. But you can see that that's the way he wanted to go, and nobody can tell him. It's like, I died today, y'all gonna learn some more. And the fact that every robot that fought him, that we, other than the first one we didn't really know, kept adding more and more to the piece of the puzzle. And you know who I've got some respect for? I got to give a shout out to Epsilon. Now I know people I love how that Epsilon episode went down. First of all, the military or the G-Man robot or the Fed or whatever who came to help Epsilon.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him. He is a homie. He like, look, man, I know I can't do
and
what
his attitude
y'all do.
Changed too.
Bro, that's when he was like, man, I thought you was a coward. I thought you was this. I get it now. He said, I see why. He's like, a part of me, like he couldn't quite process it, but it's like, you are no coward. You stuck to what you truly believe in your morals, and you still kind of broke it to save these children. Like, you are not, even though Epsilon and really probably could have killed Pluto, but he also saw that Pluto was suffering. Now, if it was a sunny day, go figure. I guess Pluto had the ability to block out the sun. If Epsilon had the power of the sun on his side, he might have would have finished his up.
He might have closed that on his own 1v1.
And I'm kind of glad they show how powerful Epsilon is. I didn't know, but the fact that he had this halo glow around him and he could just fly faster than Adam, or he seemed like he could just kind of get there faster than Adam. We'll get to Adam in a moment, because Adam is the man. Because he's strong as hell. But Epsilon is kind of right there. But he just, I kind of mad that he didn't save himself. but he still saved that boy. He did it to his last circuit work. You know what I'm saying? And that man, he's like, man, you are no coward. I salute you. You are like, it was so touching, bro. Like, I didn't want Epsilon to die. I know he looked like a weird little hippie, and he seemed very self-righteous. You know, he's a pretty boy, all that. But he also had some of the most purest intentions because he was saving war orphans. You know what I'm saying? And this is a robot. Like, how did
the way Epsilon, okay, all right, so the emotional part of Epsilon coming through with his love for kids, then you have Adam, who has this whole, like, I guess, rebirth from Tenma, where he takes in Gazette's memories. He has that extreme hate that Gazette had, and we find out why. And then after, you know, Gazette seeing his child murdered and everything, and them removing those memories, and now I understand why those memories were removed. It was kind of like a mercy for them, but it's at the same time, you know, you're taking away their story. But still, Adam ended up kind of making Pluto his friend without doing it in a corny way.
Bruh, if it wasn't for Epsilon, I guess spirit or ghost, if you will, washing over Adam to wake him up, like, that was the last piece to, like, we need all of us to figure this out. Like, it took every last piece of those robots dying and them making that sacrifice to change Pluto's mind. But shout out to Gazette, because Gazette was the one who figured out the whole, like, thing with Pluto's, like, Pluto with his previous identity. So even Gazette doing what he do as a detective, Epsilon being just a good soul, and Adam being pure, Hercules being, and Bruno being like the spirit of fighters, and then you had the first two being like kind of like built for war, but they also understood life per se. Like, they wanted, like, North 21 was an absolute killing machine, but he was like, I regret killing my own people so much. Please teach me the piano. And he was like, the way he was like, you know, I thought he was gonna flip out and kill the old man, but he had every retort. Like, I was like, where's this gonna go? Like, damn, this robot pretty smart. He was like, and he was saying it in such a dry way, but even he couldn't deny that man to teach him how to play the piano, and even made him cry. That man's heart was stone. And this robot touched him so that he proved everything wrong. I'm like, who is writing this? I'm like, an anime shit that, like, you be like, is an anime supposed to be this good? Like, god damn.
Man, there is no, okay, I can't explain how happy I am that I checked out this anime. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, okay, this might be alright. And it far exceeded my expectation from the trailer.
Bruh, I'm gonna be
honest.
And
this isn't an anime that I would normally watch because it doesn't have a lot of animation. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of action. It's more on the suspense side. You know what I'm saying? But it comes through with the emotional engagement. It comes through with the whole whodunit style. You really get wrapped up into Gazette and how he feels from day to day, especially dealing with Adolf, who wanted to kill him because, of course, he killed his brother. And now when we find out why he killed his brother, it's like, oh snap! Like, man, this show is A+ level. This ain't no C+ champ, boy.
Hey, man, leave my C+ champ alone, bro. Like, we don't bring him up in this conversation, all right? But just saying, Adolf was such a like, you know, you lucky to get a one character like Adolf in a movie these days. Yeah. That, because he, like, remember how he like correct his wife, hey, don't be racist toward these robots, and he out here part of the robot, you know, clan. You know what I'm saying? Part of the I hate robots clan. And you know, watch out. And then if they ever bring this back, we didn't deal with them. Remember, they saved the world, but we didn't deal with, they left them unended. So we can always go back to them if they continue this story.
Man, it's
And
to a certain degree, I'm like, leave it alone, but I'm definitely down to like do something else in this world, or if they follow it
I
up, I gotta trust them. I gotta
I
trust the team, man.
guess I need to.
Whatever they feel like doing, I'm completely down with.
Here's the thing. Also, I don't know if they. I'm sure Netflix is like maybe we should continue it, but the writer he wrote I think 10 books, and that was Pluto was his one of his masterpieces. He actually did another book called Monster that got adapted. So I think maybe Netflix might go through more of his work. Well, actually, one of his works got adapted earlier, and they took a while to adapt it. So it's like his stuff takes a while for some reason. But like when you get it, if this is what he's doing, it's worth it. I gotta look up his name, but I don't know if there's any more Pluto. I don't know if this wraps up the whole story. I selfishly would like more Astro Boy in this world.
Yeah, because it looks like this wraps up Pluto, but like I said, I'm sure that Pluto, or I'm sure that the Astro Boy universe or whatever has tons more stories. And I mean, if you listening and you know all about the Astro Boy stuff, feel free to let us know what stories they could adapt or whatever, because the art style, the level of writing, shouts out to Keith David. Like,
yes.
I mean, everybody, okay, Ochana Mizu, Dr. Tenma, Brow at the end, taking out Teddy Ruxpin. And yes, they never really gave us a name, so I just called him Teddy Ruxpin.
He was, but he was so evil. But
yeah, so all these people, like the Bora Project, Pluto, how Pluto became to be, all of these intertwined, like this.
And bruh, I didn't see.
It's straight up movies that ain't doing stuff.
I did not see Bora. What it was like Bora? What's his name? What was his name? The doctor's name?
Sahad
or
Abula?
Abula was Bora, and he was
and Goji.
And Goji. I'm like, what? I was like, oh my god. Like, bruh, AI, like, this is stuff that make Philip K. Dick from his grave is like throwing up peace signs. Is like he would jump out of his grave and go shake their hand, and then jump back in his grave and roll his own derp up. Because this is how you do it.
This is played is just it's well done. This is something that I'm probably gonna watch like once a year, go back and check it out, and just be like, it's well done, man. The whole story coming together, even the sort of prophecy kind of thing with the Nanabu and of course the Wahite tribe. They had to tell us who it was, but it was the Wahites. I'm gonna just say that you know who I'm talking about. They came with gold, bought up everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, come on now. You know who I'm talking about.
Man, but anyway, they put it all out there. They put it all on the line, and then they need to have a whole bunch of action to do it. Not saying nothing against action, but the action when it happened, it mattered. Like, it was a build up and build up. And when you got the reveal of who the hell Goji and Abula was a robot for real, because I was like, okay, is Abula like they tinkered on it, but he's like, most of my body is robotic. So it's kind of like they already throw that out there, but it's like that was a lie. You are a robot, sir.
Something that was mad funny is at the end, like they're in the command center or whatever, and they're watching the magma get ready to like blow up, and they're like, "President," and they turn around, homie was gone.
Bro, he was. How did he disappear that fast? First of all, like, where's that command center holdout at?
Homie was like, "Yo, I'm good. Y'all be easy."
And I love how the robot was like, "Look, I mean, I need some of y'all. I don't need all of y'all.
10% of y'all make it." He said,
like,
"Look, we gonna be fine. Y'all gonna be dead.
Y'all gonna be our slaves. You're like the rest of y'all slaves." It's like, yeah, like I got you, Playboy.
Man,
I mean, it's like sit back and enjoy the end of the world, partner. that you helped cause.
Shouts out to Brow coming through at the end. Brow is basically their like Hannibal Lecter of the show, but in such a good way. Like, man, Brow, like even Adam comes to see Brow and he's like, "Yo, man, I need you to do something for me, and I'm gonna be in your debt." You know what I'm saying? Adam is a whole, because now that he has all of those different elements inside him, he's just a whole different person.
Like, and even said this to Brow. He's like, when he last saw Brow, he's like, and you looking at Brow like, who is this old? I mean, he's smart, But Evie's like, bro, yeah, you're pretty much on the level of Adam, so you can't really mess with Brow apparently. So I guess
Yeah.
Brow is like Adam's probably his number one adversary. If we probably read the story, Brow is probably that dude who caused the most problems. Because clearly something had to happen to Brow if he got a knife, a big lance in his chest. So I don't know how he got out. I guess Adam must have like either let him out or he discussed it or something. But I think he also Brown know he can't mess with Adam right now because he like super Adam or something. So
Yeah, because he's on a whole nother level now.
or maybe
Like,
Adam
he done went from like Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. He on a whole nother level now.
I still say Naruto, man. I can't say Naruto, bro. I don't
Look,
know.
I mean, hey, it's just how I say it. People know what it is.
I just like I
I'm sure the makers don't care that my money's still green just like everybody else's. Unless you're in another country, then your money is red or
don't
pink
know.
or something like that.
I just like saying Naruto, man. I just first. I know there's two people
It'll
I've
be
ever
alright.
heard.
I'm not from Japan. It'll be.
I only
cool.
heard
It'll be
two
fine.
people say Naruto is you and Steve Blum. So you might be onto something. I don't know. He said it in
They'll
Adult
be alright.
Swim.
They'll live. You know what I
Either
mean?
way, he's super Adam now. And it's like I actually will go back. I would want to go back and read that book, honestly. Which I hardly have time to read. But Pluto, you got me. Like I would if somebody was to get me the Pluto book, I'm gonna read the pages every day. Like I'm gonna touch it. Like
That
I'm
joint is-
I'm
it's just well done, y'all. Like y'all definitely give Pluto a chance. If you haven't watched it, I've been covering it, for weeks now. Give it a chance if you haven't watched it. You know what I'm saying? It's on Netflix. If you got, other means to watch it, I ain't saying, but if you ain't got no Netflix, then there
my
are other
mind-
means to get your anime.
right.
But Pluto is something that you should check out.
If I had my way, Gasset would still live. And I shout out to his wife. She was trying to do the good robot thing, but it's like when you so advanced as a robot, you're kind of like a human. However that works out.
Yeah.
They don't really explain it, but it's like, damn, and to see this go from each robot spouse or person or friend who had to deal with the aftermath more than like humans had to deal with it. Even in real life, you see humans just, don't let no emotions out and all that garbage when people are suffering. People have to grieve how they grieve. And to see these things that are not supposed to be human grieving, like legit grieving,
Yeah,
like
like breaking
God.
down and stuff.
God, y'all, bruh.
And the whole thing of how advanced Adam is because he lied to Helena twice, basically. Like because he lied about not knowing what happened in that time that they missed, and then to a certain degree lied because he didn't think he was going to come back from the battle with Pluto.
Yeah, he did.
So he lied twice.
But he's also capable of doing stuff that he liked because he almost understand what it is or something. Like with the snail. And he almost went back to that snail because he was so angry he was going to crush it with his bare hands because he was so angered and full of hate that he had to dispel. And he now understands the concept of hate. Like his dad said, the most perfect robot will not be able to avoid those things. It will deal with those things. Therefore, the line of being a human will diminish even more. And it's like another reason why I do not want to live to see our AI overlords learn this in real life. That would scare the hell out of me, honestly. Like this is dope for a TV show. I do not want to see this in real life, y'all. I promise you.
Man. We gonna, you know what? Let's go on and close on that because we definitely gonna see that. But I'm gonna throw it.
I don't want to see it.
Let me throw it. I mean, people playing with AI too much. We gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll get Adam and we won't get Terminator. But
bro, you really sound like our homie Camp, man. Like I am actively running from AI, and Camp is like, bro, we're not gonna be able to run forever. You're gonna have to
if we get
come to terms with this.
We get Brow and we get Teddy Ruxpin. We get Yin and the Yang. If you're pulling some ghosts from some other dimension inside these mechanical robots, you get good and you get bad. It always happens.
Cause I was like, man, I really would like our future to be like Star Trek, but my boy was like, nope, we gonna have Ghost in the Shell. He
Bruh.
like, just so you know, we ain't getting no Star Trek.
Brawl
We get
scares the living hell out of me when he was injured. I do not want to know what Brawl is at full strength.
yo, man, and he seems like the type that isn't. He seems like the type that's an anarchist. Like
Bruh,
he doesn't even really believe anything. He just wants to,
he
like just
absolutely
burn
hates
stuff.
humans. He's like, you feel warmth, so I can squeeze the blood out of you. Like, oh my, no. Like,
Oh man, but I'll throw it.
Yeah,
I'll
that
throw it out
sounds
to.
exceptionally violent.
I'll throw it out to Dub real quick. Mark Dub, what are your final thoughts, and where can they find you?
My final thought, Zom was, man, if y'all haven't watched Zom, you really cheating yourself. It is dang, they had so much good anime that came out last year. I loved Hell's Paradise. Of course, Demon Slayer was slayed. But Zom was the surprise hit. Like Coop said, it lost momentum because of the production delays. And geez, that really it really takes the air out of my balloon knowing that may be the last of it. I hope it isn't. I hope we're wrong. I hope we get to see a season 2 because man, that was awesome. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. It's lovely. And y'all, everything y'all have said about Pluto, like I tried to actively not listen, but it sounds marvelous what I've heard. So like, I go in with eyes wide shut, and
Yeah,
I
man,
will
treat yourself.
treat
I will treat
yourself.
myself to some plutonium. Happy New Year, y'all. We got some good anime coming. It's coming. This year is gonna be
Man.
great. That
We do have some good stuff.
2023
We
may
got
not
good
have been a
movies
great
coming,
year,
too.
but it was great for anime. So
Well, I won't. I don't know if they're good. We have movies that have the potential to be good coming this year. I'll say that. You
Well,
know
we
what
got a
I
lot.
mean?
We actually do
I,
have some good shows. We're gonna touch on that, but
I'm looking forward to more in 2024. Here we go.
What else?
I'm Mark Dub on IG. I'm Mark Dub 44 on X, Twitter X, Twitter, and I'm Mark Wallace in the real world on the Book of
Alright.
Faces and all that good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Check him out. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. And on to Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper. Final thoughts? Where can they find you?
final thoughts is gonna be, I guess, big picture 2023. Far as we're gonna go, if me and Mark get to a podcast this weekend, we're gonna go over this more in detail. I don't know. It is so hard for me to say what is my anime of the calendar year. For 2023, I am kind of stuck between Zom and Pluto. Blue Eye. I guess I know we ain't gonna do the semantics if it's an anime or not, but it's like between those three, my heart wants to say Zom because I did not expect it, and Zom touched me in the heart in so many good ways for a zombie apocalypse. All Blue Eye did just make me want to rage out and punch somebody who deserved it because I'm rooting for her revenge.
Yeah,
But
I gotta wrap up that joint too. But yeah, she
Pluto
Oh
revenge
yeah,
machine.
man. Now that one was ooh.
Pluto may have touched every single human emotion.
Yeah, man, you gotta get rid of that hate, man. Gotta get rid of
Zom
that
and
hate.
Pluto touched, I think, every single human emotion and can do it sometimes in the same episode. That is, bruh, I do not say that lightly. So right now, I gotta say Zom and Pluto might be my award winner of the calendar year, 2023. We shall see. I'll think on it some more. I might come back and state that again, or next podcast, me and Mark do. Um, next time y'all hear from me, I'm going to have my list. Of course, Undead Unluck is still running for winter. Got like 10 more weeks, so you better enjoy it while you can. I pray that Zom comes back, but this is a time that, between webtoons, manga, anime, they're related. And this ain't just, because I sell books, but you can get it at Books and Things and Books and Ish on www.blerd-ish.com. Plug, buy the book, read the book, check it out. You will not be denied. You will not be saddened. You're gonna enjoy it. If you want to see more Zom, I say at this point, read it. It's worth it. I cannot stress it enough. Read that book. Click on the thing on Netflix. Click on it wherever it matters. So hopefully we get more Zom. I'm a person that usually believe in the Camp Vision special. I ain't mad at it. I actually clicked on it on Netflix. I watched it other ways. I gave it some burn. I am going to buy the books. I am going to start selling the books. I'm gonna at least get a couple of copies and see if people will pick on it. I feel like the production issues really hurt it bad though. Like terribly bad. Like there's no other way to say it. Like, sometimes some anime takes literally 10 years to come back. And I feel bad that the homie Mark get to witness some greatness. Now he got to witness the other thing as a anime fan, the delay of something that you love. Like, so he has gone, Mark has become a full weeb in 2023. Otaku. I love it. Cause we ain't about to get nothing from Marvel and DC. Really, we gonna get some stuff, but we ain't about to get a lot. So anime is kind of saved today. So next time y'all hear from me, I will have a 2024 list. I think there's about 3 things I'm gonna add. I'm gonna go ahead and say one. Bottom tier character Tomazaki is gonna be one of my slice of lives with the dangers in my heart. I actually binged that whole season 1. I like it. It's cool. I know it's a funny name. I could not get past the name, but it actually takes itself serious enough that it's not like a gag fest, but that's okay. We got enough gags with 100 girlfriends. First of all, one more quick thought. So speaking of the end of 2023, me and Mark actually really did love 100 girlfriends this season. He hasn't watched all of it, but he watched some more of it. It's still not say appropriate enough to be able to. You can't. It's not something you can review each episode because it's really one big gigantic gag of some stuff that is more etchy, if you will. So to spare our homie's YouTube channel here, I'm not going to discuss the jokes. Some things we truly hate. Some things we wish Japan would stop. But overall, it turned out more positive than negative. It's like 25%. All right, you can get rid of this. If they got rid of 2 characters, it would have been like a 90%. But it's like a strong high. It's like a B. It's like a B minus. I can't even give it a C plus rounded up. The thing is a B minus. It's well animated. The jokes are good. The voice acting is superb. It's a harem anime, but I can't sit here and be like I didn't watch it all and I ain't like it. I can't even lie. So,
it's funny, man. It has its moments where it is utterly ridiculous.
You need to be, I would say this is a 6 for Western sensibilities, 16 and up. Even if the character's in high school, 16 and up, probably more 18 and up. Strongly 16 and up. This is not for small kids. I would not do it. If my daughter was watching this on myself, I'd be like, nope. Especially a couple episodes, like, nah, you gotta turn this off, pal. But for adults, it's good. Like, it's not no Kaguya Samba, but it gives me my itch of what I'm missing from that show since it ended. So you can find me at blerd.ish on IG, same as Threads, X, if you want to, but don't.
We didn't say if you want to.
Facebook page, Blerdish1, Keith Cooper on Facebook. And of course, email me if y'all got any cons coming up, any things that you want us to come. If you're in town, I got a new pop-up spot. I will be at Classic Vinyls starting soon on my off Fridays here and there, in addition to other things. And if you're in Baton Rouge, January 27th, we're starting it up right again. I'm kind of on my break hiatus. I got to go get the store ready, get the pop-up more clean, Get some new books for you wonderful people. January 27th, The Smiling Dog, Art Night, starting at 7 to 12. We got fire dancers, we got 40 plus vendors, we got circus acts, we got music, and we got liquor and food. So you can drink, get your art on, get your belly dance on, get your fire dance on. Now you ain't gonna be doing it. You're gonna see the professionals. Shout out to Brill, one of the best.
Yeah, please don't set yourself on fire. Just chill out and watch the show.
One of the best organizers here. I wish he was on the Microcon, and that's all I'm gonna say. Microcon coming also. That date is there, but we'll talk about that probably in the summertime. Or depends. We'll see as we go. But that will be happening again this year and multiple other cons as well. So we will keep you posted. And shout out to Mike. And special shout out to you, Mike. Thank you for all the hard work you've done on the videos of me going to cons. I'm starting that up again this weekend too. If I ain't got my shit,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man on the scene.
Yo, like for real, this man makes chicken salad out of chicken-ish. I am not lying. I am a terrible cameraman sometimes because I be moving, I'm talking. You know, I got big hands. I ain't got no giant phone. I'm probably going to try to see if I got a little grip. I'm going to try to do better by Mike this year, especially when I'm not actually set up. It's hard when I do cons and I'm set up, but when I'm not set up, I'm going to try to get like Mike and get a little better with my camera skills. If they suck, I'm sorry, y'all. But hopefully y'all still enjoy the show.
Nah, man, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And, you know, I mean, we gonna form like Voltron again, you know, in Baton Rouge again this year, so that's going to be dope.
Woohoo!
Hey. One more thing. Shout out to, man, how did we forget this? So she's been sharing it. Man, shout out to Gamma Ray. Yo.
Yeah.
We have she has a little straw hat coming with her and Jake. Shout out to you two. We love y'all.
On the way.
Eventually she
Congrats, you guys.
She says she's gonna still let it, you know, she knows what's going on and she whistles that she's with child. She says she might join us back eventually. She might do some pre-recorded joints. I think you will at least hear from her 2 times before the baby come. 2 times. You know, we ain't gonna hold our breath. You know, hopefully the homie Sherry will be joining us too. You know,
Ninja Summer.
You know, shout out to the ladies. They just be busy, obviously. When you know you with child, you know, doing all type of stuff. And you a lawyer, and you a straw hat out here in these streets. So I just wanted to give some love to Rachel. You know, she's always with us. You know, she's always in the group chat. She's a part of the Anime-ish crew. Don't you ever forget it. You know, she's out here doing her thing. And go to Gamma Ray. Go look at her cosplay. Go look at how she announced that. That's black girl magic there, baby.
Yep.
So I had to just give her a shout out.
Man, she's just dope. But alright, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know where to find these awesome gentlemen. So with that said, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to jump into molten magma, all right, to save the world. This is just us to you saying peace.
Peace.